Howdy everyone, this is Mopbot, this is Minecraft Evolution, and welcome back to episode number 6. It has been a very long time since we've done the last episode, but due to recent discoveries that this video series was a little bit more popular than it was when I first started making it, thought I'd bring it back because it is a lot of fun to make. And if you're not familiar with the series, this is where we go back into old versions and we play through. We kind of just take apart the game, so to say, and we do everything that we can in one version, and then we upgrade to the next version and do the same, and we keep going, and it should be a lot of fun because we're still stuck in the version that we started with. At 1.2.5, we've got a lot to do yet, and we are building a medieval village, as you can see behind me. We've already got a watchtower, our main house room, and then we've also got the storage room here, which isn't actually used yet, and it also goes down into the mine right there in the middle. So I encourage you to check out the other episodes. I must say, though, the video quality isn't quite as good as it hopefully is now. But anyway, we will deal with that and keep moving forward because I do have another build plan for today. Previously, I had a huge wad of trees over here, and that's how I was collecting all my wood. As you can see, I use a lot of wood, but I would like an actual tree farm now. I might still do that as well, just to have the extra trees, but we would like an actual building for it. And so I've already planned out where it's going to go. Got the path wrapping around here with the gravel. And it's going to fit right in between these two buildings right here. I think it'll be pretty cool to have it all snug. And it'll be a kind of small build. But you know what? We'll still be able to get trees in there. If we grow maybe a line on both sides, I think we could still probably get about 30 trees growing at one time. Times maybe about 4 or 5 logs per. That's still about 2 stacks of wood every time we harvest, so that's not too bad. And that may even lead to a path going out back and back to where I'm currently harvesting all my crops. So anyway, I'm going to get started on it. I already have the builds sort of planned out, and we'll see how it looks when I come back. So take a look at that. It fits in pretty well, I think. You know, I'm not always the best at building in the medieval style, and I think that probably shows pretty well there, but I do like the front of it. I think it looks pretty cool. I really actually like having those cobblestone beams kind of protrude out and then go up. Side view pretty bland as well, and the back looks pretty much like the front. Actually, if we swing around back here, you'll see there's just the one beam instead of the two because we don't have a door. I decided against having a path to come back here. I figure this isn't where the farm's always going to be, and so when we do actually put the real farm in, then we can just have a path going off to that, and probably not being back there since there's not a whole lot of room. Looking at the side here, though, I did put some stone pressure plates up there so that nothing can spawn up there, and then I kept also the same thing going around here with these stone buttons and the fences with the torches on them. So I didn't do any buttons on here, although I do have the same kind of lamp thingies on the sides there, and you know, buttons and everything and whatnot. Let's go ahead on the inside. It's pretty bland right now. Nothing's in the floor yet, but the ceiling is all nice and clean looking. The floor, or sorry, the walls look pretty flat, so maybe we should do something with them. But we're going to have a walkway down the middle here, and then we're going to go down on the sides, and we'll have the trees grow down there and everything. Probably an auto collection type dealio. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. I mean, there's not a lot of room, so it's probably not entirely necessary, but you know, it might be fun to play around with, so let's give it a shot. So the inside's looking a little different now. We've got the path that goes right down the middle and some light right in the middle, trying to eliminate all use of torches, and then both sides drop off, and I've decorated up both sides here. Just got some lights in the ground to keep it all lit, and then just some glass with the oak wood receded behind it. Also paneled some oak in there, and then brought down the walls all the way down to the ground. I'm thinking probably at this level right here, we're going to have some pistons facing up. It's going to hold water. Then behind it, we'll power them all from the bottom to keep the water back. And then we'll have all our saplings grow right here. And then once we pull that back, the water can rush everything back off and probably drop this down into another water stream and carry everything off to some other collection point. Now, that'll probably also be the activation point. So you can just maybe stand on a pressure plate and then everything can be washed to you. So you'd still have to come down to this level, go in, chop down all the wood, and then let everything decay while you are sat there. But anyway, these glass panes, or glass rows, I guess you'd probably call it, these are to prevent the growth height, just to keep it down there and make it easy enough to chop down. I might even have to move these a little bit lower because I think right now if it grows all the way up, actually it probably would only grow within one. I think you have to leave room for leaves, so it might grow up to like right there. So maybe it'll be okay. If that's the case, I'll be able to reach everything. But if not, then I might have to drop it down a little bit. Gonna have to play with it a little bit. And I did get some grass down here. Little annoying on how I had to do it. Took a little while. I had to go to the outside because I don't have a silk touch shovel. I put a piston under there popped this thing up, and then kept moving the piston and pushing it over and over and over, and then down to the ground, and then let it spread. So was able to get it down there so that we can still have the green grass down there, but yeah, it was a little bit bothersome. So the redstone might be a little tricky to wire up, but I mean, I think overall it should, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? We're going to have pistons, and then we'll power them all, and then we'll have a pressure plate or maybe a button or something just to deactivate everything. Seems easy enough, but you know, working underground, that could be a little bit difficult. So take a look at the village from back here. Man, that looks awesome. It's starting to fill in, and it's getting real nice and close. I really, really do like that. If we come on up here, though, I actually made a small edit you might be able to pick out. I added some trapdoors on the outside, matched some of the other builds around here. I just decided that it was just a little bit too plain right around that area, but let's go on to the inside. I did actually make another change on the inside as well, apart from just the redstone, and that's all these things. So we got these cobble pillars coming down, half slabs on the bottom to make them extend a little bit further than these upside down stairs, and then half slabs on top of that just to make them a little bit more beefy, and I think it totally works. I thought it was really empty in here, and you know what, I like these, and they pretty much match the ones on the outside. They're just going in the opposite direction. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the redstone. So first off, we come to this layer here, and then we've got pistons here and water behind them. So when we activate these things, these are going to drop, and then all this water is going to push anything that's just dropped over here off into the water stream down here, and that water stream flows on down right to the collection point. So if we keep on heading down here, when we hit this, if you listen carefully, you'll hear the pistons go off. And then this water stream is going to bring us everything that drops down except for whatever gets caught right here. So these signs here do hold back the water so nothing gets in, but that also means that in order to keep our walkway, that right there is going to collect some items. But when we come back up to replant the saplings, we're going to hit it then, so it's no big deal. They're still all pretty cool, and I am really glad with it. I haven't actually gotten a chance to use it yet, so hopefully it is all working. I really do hope that everything is all good. But as you've noticed, this video is probably a lot faster paced than what I usually do, and that is because that is the Wednesday video, so it's going to be a little bit shorter, especially on this series. Aiming for about 8 to 10 minutes on Sunday, and then the full length Diamond Society on Sunday. So anyway, hopefully y'all have enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all next time.